think Sony State of Play. Hi, I'm Demo. I'm going to be one of your hosts through all of SGF throughout the coming week and a half, roughly, that we have, along with Rods Caden, my co-host here. Rods, you want to introduce yourself really quickly?
Hello, everyone. My name is Rods. I am a variety streamer, and I just love this season of just getting so many announcements, so many things, independent of who it comes from. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm glad to be able to be a part of this.
Thanks, Rods. I'm definitely looking forward to doing all these events with you. I know we both love to cover these things. We love to react to them and all the trailers and all that kind of stuff, all the hype. It's really exciting. Also along with us is kind of a newer member of CKT, Sandwichard. Welcome in, buddy. How are you?
Welcome to the Sandwichard experience. Hold on, it's not my show today. It's really great to be here, honestly, Demo. This is the first time I've done anything like this for Twitch, really for live. And I'm just so happy to be here. I can't say anything besides that, honestly.
We are happy to have you, friend. This is the second year I've kind of done this with co-hosts, and I reached out to CKT and I was like, hey, I want to make this like a big thing with like a bunch of friends, right? And so I'm really excited to meet like all kinds of different people and like see their interests in the games and stuff. It's gonna be really good.
Exactly. So being here.
Looking forward to it. But we're covering PlayStation today. We've got some topics for discussion, and I'd like to kind of launch into that. So the first thing being, this is a state of play and not a PlayStation production like big event thing, right? Like this is just a state of play. It's not like a big presents thing like they normally do during like E3 season. So is this going to be not as hype, you think, or are they going to kind of bring the sauce with the state of play today?
I think it depends on based on the conversation we were having earlier. Like with the changes they've been making in these little processes and procedures, like even the stuff you just have on the list, I'm sure we're going to cover that real quick. But I think this could be really hype, or it could be nothing. But I guess we'll see.
Right. Yeah, it very well could be. I think the last state of play that they did was impressive to me.
State of play
they had Death Stranding 2,
making sure you know what's going on.
Some other stuff that was pretty impressive.
Outside of their other big reveals.
I'm hoping that we get at least one big first-party PlayStation announcement, right? Ghost of Tsushima 2 or something along those lines, right? So I'm kind of hoping for it. Rods, what are you kind of expecting for today?
I am of two minds. I feel like it could absolutely be this big presentation with a lot of announcements, but depending on how it turns out, I don't think it's an unprecedented move for them or anyone to do if they have this show be a smaller show and then they have another presentation later at some point. Because this
very good
presentation coming out of nowhere without any hype, without anything.
Yeah, it was like 2 days they announced it, right?
They announced it yesterday. And PlayStation, I'm going to say it right now. Fuck you for doing this to me, because I hate having to plan stuff in such a tight window. Like we've had such a long run up to SGF, and everybody comes out with their stuff like a week beforehand, and that even stresses me out. So 24 hours is just ridiculous.
They signed up
wouldn't
for
it
this
be funny if there's literally nothing interesting today,
then
and it's just like the smallest games?
Well, something to talk about then. Like the lead up for this for me was like, I'm going to sign up for the PlayStation. It's probably going to be the one that I care about the most. And then like you hit me up yesterday and be like, hey, you're good for tomorrow. And I was like, shit, that's right. They released. I saw that like earlier, like just before that. I was like, shit, that is tomorrow. Oh fuck! And right. I had to scramble and be like, what do I know? What do I know? Okay, I'm good. It's just PlayStation. We're good.
Right.
It's unprecedented to be like, here's a thing tomorrow. Capcom doesn't even do that.
Right. Nintendo even gives us 48 hours at least.
They give you something,
you know?
So, yeah.
The only other time I remember something like this coming, even since it's a little bit earlier than most other presentations, was when Xbox was, but this was a console release year, where I believe they announced the console and like showed a few games right before E3, and then during E3 they had their big main presentation. Right. So unless they're doing like a little pre-thing to get some things out of the way, maybe it is the PS5 Pro. Maybe it's something like that. But yeah, so that's why I thought of something like that being a thing.
PS5
You know,
Pro.
I like that you brought in hardware because we've got PSVR too, right? Like they've officially said we will see some PSVR stuff during the state of play. I want to know how many games out of the 14 games that we're going to see today are going to be PSVR 2.
We are going to get a 2-minute flash of like they go through like the indies like Nintendo does at the end of their direct,
Like a
like they
reel?
have like 2 minutes of a reel and it's like here's Overcooked and here's whatever. I think they'll do that and they'll say 2 minutes of Horizon Zero Dawn of whatever they got, and then it'll say all coming to PC and Steam by this time.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to donate time to it.
You think that trailer is not going to be counted in the 14 games that they've already said are going to be showing up here? That's going to be like a separate thing.
I think that's going to be, hey, there's the announcement PSVR is going to come to PC. If you have one now and you have a PC, you can use it. Not tomorrow, but like probably next month, I think. It's going to be an announcement for this is coming. We have this dongle. You can play on PC. I think it's going to be a show-off. I don't know if we're going to get anything. Maybe one big game as a big push to go and get it. I don't think we're going to get anything else.
Okay. Gotcha. I can see it.
I agree with
that makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking if we don't get something like that, I think we'll get 3 third-party games that they've done like a marketing deal with Sony to be like, hey, advertise our game for us and we'll put it on PSVR 2 for you. Like things like we saw for like Metro VR, like all those kinds of things that we've seen before. I think we might get like 3 of those or something like that. So I like that you brought up the PC equation though, because we did get a leak, or there was a leak of like the patent for the dongle, right? That connects it to the PC. So yeah, I like that. Were you going to say something, Rods?
Yeah, I was just going to say that I do think that if they are going to be putting it on the PC and they are going to be adding that they will bring something first party to that. Because I think that is one of their big things. Oh, big Sony first party, PlayStation first party now on PC as well for the PSVR 2.
Oops.
Right.
So I think that they don't do that without showing something first party that will also go on the PC if they're bringing it to the PC during this presentation or anything like that.
Right.
Or announcing it here.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. All right. Speaking of first party, maybe we can cover another kind of rumor / leak that has happened over the past 24 to 48 hours. And that is an Astrobot game. So for those of you who aren't aware, when the PS5 came out, bundled with that was a game called Astro's Playroom.
That's right.
Very, very good game. I really liked that game. Like for it just being basically a tech demo of the controller for the PS5, they did an amazing job on that game. And as a result of that, they brought Team Asobi, who developed that game for them, into the PlayStation as a first party developer.
Good for them. Honestly, good for them.
Yeah. So the rumor is that we're getting a full-fledged 3D platformer, all Astrobot, kind of as like a competitor to Mario. And I think it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, I was really impressed with everything that I saw about it, and it just seems like such a solid studio to be making this 3D platformer based on these little robots. And the thing that I was about to do really admire is that a lot of people call all these specific functions of the controller and stuff like, oh, they're just doing gimmicks. But I think the way they use it elevates them to like proper mechanics in the game, just based on the controller. And I think that understanding of the hardware, the things that they can possibly do just in general with the PlayStation, it's always exciting because I feel like it's always beyond what people usually can predict that they're going to do. And I just love when a studio has that. So absolutely looking forward to Astrobot 2 if they're making that. Yeah.
Triple gaming. I'm looking forward to it too. Speaking of other first party titles that we at least are aware that are coming in 2024, Concord, which is one of their big games as a service endeavors that PlayStation has decided to go down the route of, which I'm not the hugest fan of. But any thoughts on what we think Concord is going to be? I'm going to pull up the teaser trailer here for folks to see what that looks like.
Rods, if you want to go and take that one first, I already said what I thought it was going to be before the show.
Yeah, so we were talking about it a little bit, and we were mentioning that there's a possibility it could be, what's the name of it?
Extraction shooter.
Yeah, an extraction shooter, which I thought would be interesting. There's also, honestly, whenever they show like something like this, they are showing weapons, they are showing other things like that.
Right.
It really does make me wonder what kind of they've mentioned it as PvP. That for sure is what they have shown and officially said. Which I guess now that I think about it, extraction shooters, they say it's PvPvE, right?
I think so. I don't play much extraction shooters, so I couldn't tell you.
But what E is there in something like Tarkov? Are there bots, or are the scavs all people?
No, I think there are bots. I don't know if it's like an official term that they use for that, or if it's just people informally call it PvPvE. But if it is official, then that would be interesting, because then officially they're not classifying it as this. But again, I don't know if it's just informal kind of terminology. Yeah. But it does make me curious, because we were talking about as well how Sony was making this huge push for multiplayer, and honestly, if you've been keeping up, they've pulled back a lot on that, because they haven't been seeing a lot of success in a lot of their multiplayer pushes. So I'd be curious to see if this is going to be repurposed in some way as well.
Yeah,
from like the original vision, maybe.
Watching this trailer back, I had a sudden thought of this could just be a Fortnite.
I was just about to say that, Sandwichard. The styling and like the little
15 seconds
and
until launch. The weapons, like the guns look kind of like Destiny weapons, and I was like, these are stylistic. This has a lot of flair. This might just be, because if I didn't think it was PvP, I would say this looks like what Starfield should be. But because like the visuals are all really on point, right?
They are. They are.
But what they're giving us is maybe just a battle royale contract site coming, 15 seconds till drop kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I could
see that. It's not a problem. It could be good.
Re-releasing as their new extraction shooter.
Guardians of the Galaxy vibes as well, like the color palette and like the music that they selected for the trailer and all that kind of stuff. So if they kind of tailor it towards that kind of styling, I could see that possibly working.
And then also,
we actually have like
30
seconds until the state of play starts. We went through that very, very quickly. So I'm going to be transitioning over to that here very shortly, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up.
Scarum in my chat is saying that Bungie is Marathon re-releasing as their new extraction shooter. And that's true. I did say that before the show, but it doesn't mean that they can't do 2, because I don't know what they're going to be doing with Bungie soon. They could be shutting them down after Final Shape.
Yeah,
very
good
true.
point. Yeah. Final Shape, is that like the final thing for Destiny 2? I'm not aware. I don't play Destiny 2, so
I hope not. Satch.
It could very well be. All right, I am gonna go ahead and transition us over to the content.
So ready.
We're smaller guys. And then we'll just wait for this to premiere here.
They say they have plans after Final Shape, but
let's acknowledge
the
chat really quick. Thank you everybody for coming in. Kat. Zach, April, Thundus, Chrissy, everybody. Thank you for letting me know of the audio issues. I appreciate you letting me know and bumping them up so you guys can hear them.
Medicine for my mom.
And if there are any other issues, definitely let me know. Oh, we've got a timer, 45 seconds. All right,
perfect.
Okay. Ooh, nice timer.
Yeah, I like this.
Fancy.
Let's see if they got some music.
Fancy. Ooh.
I'm excited. Look at it. Look at this. They've never done a state of play kind of intro like this before. That's interesting. Chat, are you hearing this audio and everything and all of us balanced okay?
I'm hearing it fine.
I can also hear it.
Excellent.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Am I alone? Is that why everyone's saying I'm by myself?
You're on the other side.
Rod's is on the other. Yeah, Rod's, you're in one corner. On the other. If you, I didn't want to put myself in the middle, because if there's subtitles, then my head's gonna be blocking subtitles.
No, that's fine. You're good.
Shove me in like the top.
All right. What the fuck? Oh my god!
It was the countdown for the countdown.
The countdown.
I hate
for
when
the
they
countdown.
do that.
I think that previous thing was the YouTube premiere countdown.
Were you guys here?
Their countdown.
Did you guys watch that one Capcom presentation that was 90% countdown
Yes.
Then it starts another countdown, and then it was like 2 minutes of presentation.
Yeah. It was bogus.
I vaguely remember that.
Here we go.
Bloodborne.
Oh, here it is. Oh, please, come on, Bloodborne.
I gotta say right off the top.
If they do it.
Sony Direct.
Hi everyone, I'm Asa
Hello.
Kizilbash, head of product at PlayStation Studios.
You're not
and head of
Bloodborne.
PlayStation Production.
You don't know.
Welcome one of the newest members of PlayStation.
His face
Studios.
just blows up.
This team
He
brings
turns
together
into a
awesome
monster.
Oh, there it is,
Yeah.
Concord.
Firewalk. Yeah, that's Concord.
with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year.
Wow, they're starting the
And
show with
today,
this.
They're revealing gameplay
Yeah.
captured in-engine on PS5.
Gameplay
In-engine.
in engine. Let's
Here's an
go.
extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in the Concord Galaxy. Enjoy.
All right. What is this game?
I'm glad that it's gameplay too, because
So
Yeah.
happy it's gameplay. Because if
As
something's
the
going
old
to be
saying goes.
re-rendered, I'm going to point that out immediately and be an ass.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because if there's no gameplay, there shouldn't be any hype.
Whoa. That's
Intercept
in engine.
Blue
There's
Buddy.
no way that's in engine.
No, this does not look in engine. If
That's
this is in
cinematic.
engine, they've lied.
They've lied already. That's too good on skin to be an engine. No way.
So we were talking about this earlier, Sandwichard, but like your call out of it looking like Fortnite, very true. Like
John
this
Concord and
styling
Jane
reminds
Concord.
me of Fortnite.
It's the
Like the way the characters are acting.
specific, like the way the animations are and the way that the modeling is. It's like too perfect, but not
It is just
enough.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Besides, it worked.
Yeah, it's absolutely Guardians of the Galaxy mixed with Fortnite.
100%.
With hot sauce. You'll like it.
And also, they were falling from the sky at the beginning, which is
Where's this coming
Dropping
Battle
in, right?
Royale.
Right. Crater City,
Oh,
big
oh,
giant.
what is the
you know,
finals?
circular map.
This is the finals. Big guy, fast girl, medium strength dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was not the plan.
Technically, it was a plan. It just wasn't the same plan that we started with.
If we don't leave with this blue
Hey,
buddy,
Mar, we will.
Hey, look, it's Gamora and Rocket, and Groot in the background.
I am big guy. I am Bloot.
no one moves.
Actually, Robo, you say the Beyond Good and Evil demo? It does look a lot like that.
Funny.
I do
Oh,
really
yeah.
appreciate the use of color in this, though. It's really nice.
Could you ask them to turn captions on?
Can we turn English captions on if possible?
Yeah. If I can find my mouse.
Is it a hero shooter?
I was gonna say it could just be like a 5v5 hero shooter as well.
Thank you.
It's got diamonds. Yeah.
You and like her mecha legs.
Because it can still be a battle royale, just like Apex does it with
Overwatch
different
3.
classes.
Overwatch or a Apex Legends.
You're still mad at me?
6 de más.
Whoa, look at that robot. If I play this game, I'm gonna be the robot.
Or player teams potentially.
That looks very demo design.
This is
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the yellow.
Yep, yep.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely getting like finals feelings of this.
SUCC.
It's Cliff
Vacuum
Blazinski
board.
coming back with Lawbreakers 2.
That's not bad. That actually is not bad this way that this is presented.
Don't worry. Nobody's dying dishonorably. And also, we're bringing this back with us.
Thank you, April. I was gonna try and say something, but you got it covered. I appreciate that, friend.
Getting us to the rendezvous point.
One off. Do not dare.
Well, we were supposed to stick together.
If you let go, I swear I will be vengeful.
Look, there they are.
Hi. No.
Oh,
What's happening?
Everybody's watching it. Everybody's watching it.
My gigabit internet is failing me.
Demo, do you have the chat, the YouTube chat open? Because that does.
Oh, no.
I don't
make-
think I do. Fuck
Sometimes
off,
that
YouTube
does
chat.
fuck
Okay,
with
let's
it.
go.
Oh boy.
It wouldn't be a stream
please.
without technical difficulties.
Why? Okay. Give me a
No, it
second.
always happens during these presentations because everybody's watching.
Everybody's tuning in for it.
We started with.
Did it crash?
I'm gonna
no, it
try and
didn't.
rewind it back to where we were.
Nobody's dying dishonorably. And also, we're bringing this back with us.
This game's probably got
That
a lot of
in-engine footage
customization.
uses 2 gigabit.
Yeah.
Getting us to the rendezvous point.
Literally none of this is in engine and gameplay though.
No, none of it.
Yeah, they said gameplay
None of it.
trailer in engines.
Perhaps we should have let go also.
One off. Do not dare.
Well, we were supposed to stick together.
If you let go, I swear I will be
Oh,
vengeance.
look, there they are. Hi.
All in it. Well, you know, I will say one thing. They said the same thing for Death Stranding, and it was. The models might look this good. I don't think so, but who knows?
I knew this was gonna work.
They did say gameplay though, which is
We haven't gotten gameplay at all.
if this is gameplay, we're playing the role of watching a movie, and I guess that's pretty accurate.
Right.
Carry it around with you for emergency bland situations or whatever.
Hey, Mara. Don't joke about something like this.
This is very Guardians of the Galaxy though.
It is.
Sony published that one too.
I promise.
No, that was Square.
No, yeah, Square Enix. Yeah.
For so long, I thought
Close
I'd
enough
never
at this
feel your
point.
fiery embrace again.
You sound ridiculous.
It's now they're decoupling from being a solo publishing studio there.
That was a long trailer, by the way.
Concord is a 5v5 first-person shooter set in the vibrant sci-fi universe
5v5.
of the Galaxy.
So it's a hero
From the
shooter.
moment you log on, you are part of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known in our galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those
here's
lucky
the
enough
actual
to be free
look.
to roam the stars.
Is this going to be like a
They take
Valorant
high-stake
type
jobs on
thing?
worlds across the
Yeah,
battlefields
it looks
where they
this-
face other fiercely competitive free gunner crews.
Like an
The
arena
very first look at the game.
slash.
That's what I'm
Hold
wondering
on.
if it's.
Oh, gameplay now.
Free gunning. It's hard.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna see here if it's gonna be objective based or kill based.
They had to go and pick up the thing and get out, so I assume it was half the
Really
hard
looks like
point kind of
Bajoran.
thing. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the bomb. Here we go.
Whoa.
Making something of themselves. A
Yep.
chance to be someone.
Valorant.
I don't
It's
know
got a
what I
dodge.
think of this yet.
Wow, this plays a lot like Destiny with like the pistols and the knife throw.
Yeah.
The way that she's flying around, like what? Oh, Scarab, if you're
I
in
just
the
want to be
chat,
the giant
please tell
robot
me.
tank. That's what I want to play as. That just like shoots a vacuum at people.
That is honestly a pretty good ability. I really do like that.
Endless rage!
Endless range.
We risk our lives There is the every Winston. day to do the job.
I like that melee attack though. That has a spike on the grip.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be my character.
There you go.
This crew
No,
Wow.
this-
They showed
I'm
like
really
2
liking the
seconds of this
abilities they're
gameplay.
showing off here.
take any job.
Because I feel like sometimes some of these games, the certain abilities, they immediately feel like too samey, too like. But I'm liking also the movement, a lot of verticality. I don't play Destiny or haven't really played any of
It
them.
looks a lot like Destiny's
Free gunner
movement.
crew of the North
Deadly
Star.
Mochi
Video
says
network.
in chat, I can see this game dying real quick, to be honest. Do
Oh,
we
absolutely.
agree?
Mark on this galaxy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any of these games, I think, have a
So hard.
high chance of.
100%.
So hard to make
And
one of
it's
these sell
scary
well.
because like how much time and money did they put into this, right?
Clearly a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Concord, we lean on the strengths and
This is gonna be the
background of our
first
teams
15
to make
minutes of this
tight,
presentation.
well-balanced FPS that feels great to play.
Yeah, like
We focus
it's
a ton
been
of
like
our
almost 10
attention
minutes
and our
already.
tech on building a strong game
I
For one
do
game.
think
tight core movement.
Okay, well, none of us called
Sony
this.
invested a lot in their multiplayers, and the fact that they haven't seen any return, I think that they want to put a lot of marketing behind this one.
Yeah.
To see if they can get something from it.
Yeah, I mean they said that a huge portion of their budget was going to go towards these games as a service games.
different
So-
Absolutely.
colliding. It's all
And the
about
fact that they saw a lot of
optimizing
losses, at least from when they last spoke, probably means that they, just want to.
But also, does
Doubling down.
does Helldivers 2 like bolster them and make them double down on this stuff because it was so successful? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, if they sell it to a bunch of places in the world that they have to rescind access from, then maybe it's not going to sell well again. But I think actually thinking about that point, them going into multiplayer games that'll have a PC tie-in are going to be disincentivized for people to play because of how they're going to act potentially towards different regions of the world.
Absolutely.
Yep. True. Yep.
Yeah, their
Like-
first foray into that very much left a very bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
180 countries, and how many players were not able to play Helldivers 2 anymore? A huge chunk.
Oh, so they're saying that every week they're gonna have a new cinematic for this game that progresses the story.
Destiny 2 does that every season.
Overwatch tried to do that and failed, so they're probably just trying to be like, oh, we're gonna do
Comes
these
out in
things.
August. Oh my god.
That's soon.
There's probably a beta soon as hell then.
They said July. Yeah.
Did it say July?
Yeah.
Pre-orders in June, get beta early access, and get a Monarch pack. Oh, if you get it, you get access for you and 4 friends.
And 4 of your friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Chrissy said,
how does this first entry give you vibes for the rest of the show? It makes me worried that all we're going to see is games as a service stuff. Oh, shit!
Ooh,
PC
God of
God
War.
Ragnarok!
Oh, shit. Okay, when does that release?
This makes me feel better.
Mog says, let's do this terrible idea that nobody likes and removes customers so we make less money and piss everyone off. That's good for business.
Are you a calm and
This game was so good.
This
I
is a
still
good...
need to play this.
Oh, Rods, you have to. It's so
I
good.
know.
I also
love
need
the
to.
first one so much.
It's coming to PC.
really
You're going to
good.
be able to.
Yeah,
Let's
I know.
go. That's exciting.
I really. Oh.
I know
So
Sortex,
good.
a buddy of mine that we play games with sometimes. He's really been looking forward to this, so I'm excited for him.
I can't wait to have Atreus tell me the solution of a puzzle within a minute on PC. But outside of that, no, I'm really excited for this. That first one was so good.
When was this game originally released?
2011?
Was it November last year?
Wait, only last year? Hold on, wait.
No, it can't be last year. Because it was the same year as
2 years
Elden Ring.
ago.
Yeah,
November
Yeah,
2
there you
years
go.
ago. Yeah, that's it.
2022.
God, time has flown by.
That's
oh my
basically
God.
And
last year.
Bloodborne was released in 2015. Why are they remastering this? What's this?
It's never happening, Rods. We got to give up.
That's a fucking
This is a good
cool
announcement.
trailer moment.
That's
Yeah,
hype.
this is a really good.
September. Let's go.
Repurchase now.
Good
I feel
shit.
like they're cutting the trailers
Real talk,
quick.
my elderly
Yeah.
mother keeps telling me I need to play this. Your mom tells you need to play God of War Ragnarok? That fucks.
That's amazing.
Soldiers and officials alike. Oppress the
Ooh, what's
people
this?
personally.
Assassin's Ghost of
People
Tsushima?
must turn to thievery for food.
No, I don't think it's Tsushima.
I don't know who
Omega
Omega
Force.
Force is.
I've never heard of them before.
No, I think
Ooh,
aren't they like the people that do the
Of the land.
what's it called?
Men are powerless at the feet of the divine.
Like the
There are so many
Really?
Dynasty
Strategy.
Warriors.
Oh, Dynasty Warriors?
Someone must act.
That's
no, it's
Koei
not Dynasty because
Tecmo.
Dynasty is
Holy shit.
This really might
it's
be,
like the
though.
one where you control armies usually from above.
Yeah, this looks more third person.
Yeah,
This is still
this does
this
look
is
Dynasty
still
Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors as fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sengoku Basara? Like, what are we getting? It's Nobunaga Oda. Like what is this?
Wait, could this be Onimusha Warlords or something?
No, that was original title of the first game, actually. I haven't seen Demons yet. It is
Oh,
Dynasty
Dynasty
Warriors!
Dynasty
Looks
Warriors.
like.
Wow.
Okay.
2025.
I had the studios confused for that.
Origins. So probably a remake of the
Info.
first Dynasty Warriors.
Flashbang. Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
It wasn't a dream.
What is this?
We were really transported to Mirrorland.
This
Go to Mira
makes
Lands?
me think.
The path of a stylist.
Get your emotes out. Let's go.
This really makes me think of Square every time I see something like this.
Yeah.
Probably not though.
Her plastic ass face.
cute.
What? Why is this open worlds? Why is Disney Dreamlight Valley by Sony in open worlds? The asset
puzzle platformer.
The assets mismatch is like it works,
Yeah,
but it's a little.
Yeah.
This looks like a mobile game that can port it up. What is this?
Yeah, the animations and things look very mobile game.
This does look cute, dear. You're right.
My wife's a
What's
sandwich
the camera aspect of this?
It's
The
Pokemon
animations
Snap,
are
but you're taking pictures of girls.
You gotta pick your cute girls, yeah.
Waifu Snap.
Waifu Snap.
God, if it's called
Too
Waifu
bad we don't
Snap.
play Sony games anymore.
Oh, they got the glider. It's
Your
Breath of the
waifu.
Wild.
Yeah.
Kyle word 2.
Why does it
Maybe
have
it's-
Mario
this is
Odyssey
a-
music?
This is a
Mario
fashion
disappears in the background. Woohoo! Throws his
Infinity
hat on them.
Mickey
Is it you who
test in
perceives
Q3.
infinity? Or is infinity?
Test?
Wait, hold on. Does
And
this
now
have,
it's Elden
wait, does this have
Ring.
something? What?
Mr. Sandwichard, you got
Excuse me?
Wait, is Nikki here?
Also, Miff, thank you for the follow.
Girls, so relax and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much for being here. No, not Yumi, Nikki.
Until the towering shadows.
Bloodborne! Hey!
Wait, what? What?
A bell
I
rang.
tapped out for half a
You
second.
rang the bell, so I
Okay.
said Bloodborne.
But all that came were inferior shades.
Whoa.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such?
Yeah, don't scare me like that, demo. What in
Sorry.
the world?
Forsaken 2. Or Spoken 2? What was that game that came out that I don't know what it is?
Forspoken, don't play it. It's bad.
I've heard the writing. I heard the combat's fine and the writing is bad.
Yeah, yeah.
The combat wasn't much to write home about.
I heard it was like Final Fantasy 16, but no.
Oh, really? It wasn't as good as Final Fantasy 16.
No. Yeah, I've heard it
This
combos
looks
and like
kinda
there's
dope,
something to
though.
it. This does look really good.
I'm
Is it-
always
if this-
concerned.
Story
Oh, go
was
ahead.
fucking terrible.
I was just gonna say, I'm always concerned though, because there's always the risk of it feeling kind of like trying
middle
hard,
school
but ends up
fanfiction
being
level.
generic.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool. I'm always
this like
hyped.
Is it
Yeah,
an
go ahead.
ARPG? Like, is it like a Soulsborne kind of
It
game? Or
looks
like,
Soulsborne-y with the combat that they showed with
Do
the
you want
bosses and
do you want to know
stuff.
exactly
I
what
don't
this
know.
game is? Like Last of Us, a
Ballad
big
of-
man baby child game.
yeah, it is. It was two people. Yeah.
Skydance is what is? Have you heard of Behemoth?
No.
I've seen a trailer for it, but I forget what was in it.
That was the-
Skydance has been
that was
doing.
the
Oh,
old
it's VR. They've
Ubisoft
been pushing a
logo.
lot of VR. Skydance.
I haven't even heard of this.
Does that mean Death Stranding is
Here's
also
one of
Big
our
Man
VR
Baby Chill game?
titles.
Yes, Death Stranding is big man baby child game. Oh, it's
Yeah,
by the same
from
guys who
the
did The Walking
Walking
Dead. Okay.
And that was a really good game.
I needed to play
Skyrim
that.
looking.
Skyrim looking? It looks like Skyrim.
Thirst for death.
Would probably be better than Skyrim in VR.
No problem, April. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat and
Skyrim but made by
lots of
someone
things all at once.
competent.
That in scale would be fucking terrifying. Is this gonna be Shadow the
Yeah, it
Colossus?
Too bad we'll never
Yeah.
get to play any of
Ooh,
these
Shadow
unless
of
they
the
get a
Colossus in
PC port.
VR would be
So,
a very interesting.
So, honey, you say this about the PC port. We found a leak that was talking about a dongle that would allow you to play these on PC. So I'm wondering if they're going to release these for PC later. Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus in VR. Oh my gosh.
But heroes don't
Wow.
survive the Forsaken Lands.
Is that Elias
Wow.
Dufexis?
Look at that schnoz.
Only monsters do.
No, it's not.
Fall
Skydance is
2024.
LMAO.
Yeah,
he slashed
that would
his
be
face in half.
absolutely terrifying in VR.
Yes.
I would have a panic attack.
There are already bits that I've done in VR where something is gigantic and it makes me feel terrible.
This feels like
The Simpsons game.
horror.
Wait,
I don't recognize any of the names.
wait, a VR Alien game.
No. Alien.
Oh my god!
No.
I played Alien Isolation in VR for Halloween. This is gonna be fucking amazing. Oh, I'm out. I'm done.
Is it the Alien Isolation team? Because that would be amazing. Oh, there's been a trailer for this.
Nope.
I had not heard of Servios, the studio.
I've
curious to know.
Heard of them either.
Let me see if I can look them up real quick.
You know what? They are showing more than just a splash trailer of
everyone,
VR
I'm Sean
games, so
Benson.
I lost on that
I'm
one.
back on State of Play to introduce more exciting titles coming to play.
Hi, Sean.
Starting with a highly anticipated.
All right, we here.
Playable soon on PS5.
All right, thank you for joining.
What is this?
Thank you for joining State of Play.
Okay.
Hello,
no,
Balro.
Marvel Rivals.
Blade.
Nah, it's Marvel Rivals.
No, Netties!
Netties!
Here's your hero shooter.
This is the other hero shooter. This looks really good. It's got a lot of polish. I don't think it's gonna.
Overwatch reskin to Marvel.
It's not gonna get me to care, but it's really Overwatch.
Same.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
I was seeing though, as someone who was like super into Overwatch, like it does seem that the things that they have mentioned already, they're very much focusing on not making the same blunders that Overwatch did, which is interesting. It is. Obviously it depends on when it actually happens, but we'll see.
I really wanted to play the alpha of this to see how it felt and everything, because like anything Marvel already attracts me a little bit because I'm a Marvel sim, but like I'm very much interested to see how well this does. Like, if they don't make the blunders that Overwatch made, they could be very, very successful with this.
Absolutely.
A lot of the issues that came from Overwatch were because of bad management. Bobby Kotick said fuck this studio as he was leaving with his $15 million golden parachute. He took the PvE out in order to fuck the studio over before he was gone.
Right.
Fuck Bobby Kotick.
One thing that it seems really cool in this game is the destruction of environments.
Siege does that.
It seems like it's going to be very, very like central to how you play this.
Rainbow Six Siege is a lot about that, and I can see that kind of stuff playing vertically being a big part of how this goes. Is that Galactus?
Yeah. It's a female version of Galactus.
Is that actually her name?
I don't know.
Galacta, I think, is her name.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was seeing some gameplay of Spider-Man, so like the destruction of the environment, because he can stay up on the walls the entire time. So like being able to destroy the walls, I think it's a really cool thing.
Him being a striker might be kind of how that works.
Whoa.
Fish.
Eyes of the Ronin? Wait, we already know what that one looks like. Well, Demo, you've got a lot more Souls-likes to play now.
Oh my god, it's never gonna end.
You have to play all of them.
I think I said on my stream you were gonna get to Baldur's Gate 3 in 2027 yesterday.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna take 10 years to finish Baldur's Gate 3.
Look at the effects on this. The particles are, oh my god.
The stream is dying.
Give me the umbrella weapon. I want the umbrella weapon.
Where
winds I've heard of this game before. I saw it a long time ago.
Huh.
Do we know where this is being developed?
Good game name alert.
PlayStation first party.
Also, good game name alert, by the way.
I'm super excited to welcome
all the games they've shown so far look like the same game in different fonts.
Until Dawn remake.
Oh, right. Wait, they're remaking it? Oh, and like the engine for the Quarry?
You can't hide from me, Michael.
Probably.
Wait, hold on. Did they make the Quarry?
That's remastering it. I think.
It means so much to me that we're all still here together.
Fight the break
VR mode.
Does this look significantly better than the PS4 version?
No, this lighting is actually worse in this scene. It could just be YouTube compression, but that doesn't look better.
Is it a remake or is it a remaster?
I'm not sure.
It would just be a re-release.
This is very remaster level.
So, I posit something on this one. This might just be a re-release. And it could be remastered, and they could just be gussied up or whatever. But the following games that came after Until Dawn that they made, like the side stories, like I forget what they're called, any of them, and that's kind of the problem.
Pictures anthology, right?
Thank you. Those.
Yep.
Those didn't sell well at all. So I'm wondering if they're gonna do a better job at making money this time for that. If they're releasing this again to make money.
Also, I just looked at Everstone Games, the
Singapore.
studio from the last game, and they are from China. It is really cool to see a lot more studios coming from China, from Korea, and getting the spotlight with
really
Sony and other.
They put a lot of effort into these games. Path of Exile 2!
Absolutely.
They put a lot of effort into these games. It's really hype. Actually, Stellar Blade is a Korean studio that made Nikke, right? The mobile game with the asses.
Absolutely, yep.
Ogum was once a piece.
That was the other one I was thinking about, and it turned out amazing.
Descends further into madness.
This game scares me not in terms of content, but in terms of like depth of systems.
What is this?
Like,
wait, what is this?
The Path of Exile 2.
Oh, I got excited and immediately forgot. Path of Exile 2.
Like the passive skill tree, I just open it and my eyes go cross-eyed, and like my brain just explodes.
That's right. I did forget that was Path of Exile.
I am hoping for more meaningful updates, because I did try playing that for a while, and I just felt like a lot of the tree were very small incremental changes.
It's like infinite leveling is the idea. Like you're supposed to be able to play the same character over and over and over to go and do the stuff.
It's like a season. Yeah, they do like seasonal content like Diablo. So it's like Diablo, but on steroids.
Like Diablo.
Right.
Like
Thank you.
Absolutely crazy builds and like all like you basically for the seasonal content like to do really well, you have to go in and like find a build online and like implement it. Like
right. Yeah, I was hearing about how Diablo 4 has been doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing that does seem super cool with this is that they're making the different builds, the different classes extremely varied, which like the way you play is completely different.
Instead of flattening the curve,
there's a dodge roll in this one too, which is a lot different than the first one.
Yeah. So it seems like then instead of flattening the curve and making them all do the same kind of stuff or do the same damage or whatever, then they're just making things really varied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be good.
Like certain classes can combine different status attacks and things like that, and they interact differently with different things, and it's very, very deep once again. But
here's Angela.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I was just.
No, already. I'm out. I'm out already. Her voice is wrong.
I'm kind of lost.
The animation, I was expecting that this was going to be like peak animation for Silent Hill 2. It looks so janky.
It does.
It's Blooper Team.
Yeah. I still had hope, you know, because this is like this is what they've wanted to do for the longest time.
That's what their medium was supposed to be.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
I don't.
Yeah,
it great.
Really
James
doesn't.
is in HD. I'd rather just play the original again. Do you actually? Do you know what they've messed up Silent Hill 2 twice now? In there was the original release and that's fine, but the HD release that came out on the Xbox and whatever back in 2010 or whatever had different voice acting, and that voice acting was layered over the original audio of the game because it was hard coded. They could not separate the audio from the cutscenes, so they had to re-record Troy Baker over Guy
looks like
Seehee.
Residential Evil.
Oh wow.
Plus the fog and everything else that was wrong with that re-release, but it's Silent Hill 2. Great.
No, please.
I don't remember that character that he was talking to.
Angela?
I haven't played this in a really, really long time.
Angela is my favorite character from this. She's so
Capcom
sad.
announced this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated franchise.
Could be
Today,
good.
I am so excited to share.
As I try to be a good streamer. Good game could be good.
This is Monster Hunter Wilds gameplay.
If there's multiplayer in this, I need to get my fucking hands on it. I have put 30 hours into multiple different games, and I don't know if I like Monster Hunter.
We can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
I hope we find them soon.
Oh no, the trauma.
Actually, playing through Peace Walker had some Monster Hunter stuff in it, like a real crossover. Like I fought a Rathalos and a Tigrex and stuff.
Oh, really?
It got me actually really interested in what Monster Hunter could be for multiplayer. So I'd be hyped to actually check this out.
I've never played a Monster Hunter game.
Also, I don't know if this is on our end or if the trailer actually looks like this, but there's some very moments of not very good frame pacing and low frame rate here.
It could just be the
Show me
trailer.
the cat.
Yeah, I hope
say
I
they
always
are
want
yours.
to trust the trailer, but sometimes I get a little bit concerned.
It's definitely worth it to go back and watch these like uncompressed through 2 streams and everything, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm not like blaming the game or anything.
You need to
but,
know
like,
what the food looks
Yeah.
like.
The environmental, the food's important, Balrog. You're right. The environmental interaction is really neat. Like being able to drop that rock onto an enemy to knock it over is really cool. That's brand new.
Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
Monster Hunter is like a super grindy game, right?
You have to grind for everything.
Yeah.
it is about the grind.
The game is the grind.
Exactly.
You fool.
This guy's giving you a real slobber knocker.
Oh god.
It does make me very interested based on the things that they show there of like, you know, sand traps, catching the monsters and stuff like that. How you'll be able to use the environment in this one even more.
Incredible tongue slobber physics.
This is also on, I believe, still the RE engine.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I believe so. Wait, hold on. Is there a gun on the sword? Is that what I just saw on there? Is that what they're doing now? They're combining the short and long range weapons?
Maybe.
No, they're not.
My guy.
Whoa!
Gun lance.
Oh, gun lance. You're right.
For this expedition.
Thank you.
Gun lance even.
Players? Yeah, multiplayer.
Can you Fulton people into you?
God, I hope.
Holy shit.
Fun.
Getting my jaw to drop over here.
2025.
Capcom hasn't done wrong in a little while.
God damn it, I'm gonna buy this.
Well, not wrong, but you know.
Yeah.
Microtransactions in Resident Evil
Aye,
4
aye.
notwithstanding, but
Another first party.
Oh, that's it.
There it is.
There he is. It's Astro.
I'm gonna play the shit out of this game.
He's dead. No.
Oh, and a Fennec Fox. Was that in the original? I don't know. Actually, you were talking about it earlier with the controller.
And then I'm gonna play
this
it
was
for
the
a while,
game that
and then
had
quit because
the
I have nobody to
the
play
first reactive triggers and things that people could play, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It was bundled with the PS5. Yeah.
Astrofux.
So it was as a demo for the controller features.
Yep. And it was phenomenal. Like, such a good game.
Kicking myself not having
If
one of
we
those
had
controllers.
PlayStation,
I
we
feel
do
like I
play
need to
with
get
you.
one. It's like it should work with
Whoa.
Returnal and stuff, I believe.
Wait, is it just a?
It's
Oh.
Star
Okay.
Fox.
Oh wait, no,
Oh,
hold
God,
on. Wait, it's Mario.
Thank God.
It's
Thank God
Mario.
there's platforming. I thought
I
it was
also
just gonna
don't
be you
have
flying
PlayStation.
the
I play on
fucking-
PC.
That
There
would
you
have
go.
been
Levels.
lame. If it was Pilot Wings and nothing else, it would have been fine. But
Yeah.
Oh,
We have I missed.
DJCS.
Wow.
Yes.
That's the whole thing.
Play it.
Super
It's so
Astro
good.
Odyssey.
then we will play with you.
I am so hyped for this. You have no idea.
They absolutely are the Nintendo of
That was the
PlayStation with
Mario
the
run.
designs of the enemies.
double
And, like,
jump.
I love it. They immediately look so friendly and just so like
Mario
it's
X
perfect.
big like
100%.
PS5
Think the
robot.
Drake.
They also,
Look,
so like,
Journey!
yeah, they've got a bunch of PlayStation tie-ins into it. So like, you can meet
Yeah.
a bunch of characters that are from
It's Mario
the
Sunshine.
old PlayStation.
I like that they're keeping the theme of it still being kind of like a demo. Obviously not a demo, but like
Like a
they
tech
still have
demo.
the PlayStation in there. They
Right.
still have like
Parappa
stuff like that.
This might be
Oh, this is great.
8 levels and each one culminating in a boss kind of game. You think?
It's not
Maybe.
Mario.
It's Mega Man.
Is.
I think they're going to structure it very similarly to Mario, where every one of them world and then you got a boss at the end kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're going to see mechanics in each level that aren't going to be seen in other places.
Yeah.
They're going to be very economical with their design.
Mario ass bird boss.
I think you could expect just what they do with Mario games for them to do with this game. The structure and everything.
But you're going to meet, it looks like meet people in their worlds, like Kingdom Hearts.
Maybe, yeah.
They're connecting all the
around.
Sony worlds. Didn't they do
each
advertisements?
of them have a little ship. And then if there's a new game coming out, they just release a new world.
And then you play the game again.
DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
let's go.
That's really smart. That's really smart, actually.
All Sony properties for robots confirmed.
God, I'm so happy about that.
That looks really good, actually. Good job.
It does. It looks really cool.
More on the
It looks
games you
really
just
cool.
saw, as well as PlayStation.com for the latest on Days of Play.
Oh, was that it? Are we at the end?
Celebration
I think we're at the end.
Bloodborne.
With deals on PlayStation Store, great new content coming
It's
to
not
PlayStation
happening.
We don't know that yet. Oh, one more thing. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, one more thing. Give us the one more thing. Come on.
I
was
think
it.
that's it, friends. They're recapping. Yep. That's it.
This is the worst presentation I've ever seen.
All right, Infinity Nikki, Game of the Year.
I think
We
in
love a 30
general,
minute
for a
stream.
state of play, that was pretty good. I think
bad.
they gave us some pretty good stuff.
It was not bad.
Yeah.
I take it I didn't miss
At the
much.
same time, it does feel like they could absolutely have a second presentation.
They left
I
enough
wouldn't-
out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
'Cause-
surprised if they have some big announcements during Summer Game Fest, like the actual show itself, because they always have something that they show there that's not
true.
shown at their own thing, right? And they sometimes save the
They
biggest
had
stuff,
one
like
more
the
thing, but they
Last of Us
pulled it because
multiplayer
it was
thing when
just
that was still a
25
thing.
minutes of
Like
putting
that was
words in
all
Neil Druckmann
done at
S
SGF.
mouth.
They didn't have any of that in
That was
any
pretty
of their
good.
presentation stuff. So yeah, very well could be. April was putting together like a list of all the stuff so we can go back through it.
Balrog in my
if she
chat
had it.
said they had one more thing, but
Oh,
they
she
pulled
put it
it
in
because
there.
it was
Thank you.
25 minutes of putting words in Neil Druckmann's mouth. Did you hear about that?
I saw
Yeah.
So
that. Yeah.
Neil, so
Yeah.
for context for people who might not know, there was an interview with Neil Druckmann that went on that was like, oh, AI is going to be the future of our games. It's going to make things better. And we're like, you made a AAA video game and like put real work into all this shit, and you want it to be easier. And what? Okay, fine, Neil. And then he came out. It was like, yeah, this interview, most of this stuff they made up, which is crazy.
I can't believe that they got they didn't get away with it, but like the fact that they thought they could get away with it, you know?
Yeah, like who knows what he actually like. It's crazy.
Why would Neil not come out and say, "Hey, this is not actually what I said. That here's the full transcript of what I said."
yeah.
You know, like I don't get it. Chad is saying that they think it was a little underwhelming and a little mid. I think for me, I'm not comparing this to a PlayStation showcase, which if it was a showcase, I would want Ghost of Tsushima 2. I would want Blue Point's game. I want all first party big hitter stuff. For this being a state of play, which is like their lower caliber stuff, I don't think it was too bad. Like, I think we got some generally good stuff.
Yeah, this hold on. Well, April was coming up with a list of everything.
Yeah, it's in the thread for the specific event here.
Excellent. I will go and double check on there. Okay, so Concord was first, right? Damn, what a what a not gameplay until the end look.
Right? Yeah,
I know
that game scares me because like it looks intriguing enough for people to try it out, but will it keep people around?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know.
It's such a difficult genre because we've seen even games that are super innovative, like that one. What was that one that had portals? The shooter with portals? Splitgate,
and that's really good.
Yeah, and it was huge for such a long time, but now it's kind of died off. And so if even games that were so beloved like that for a little while can fall off like that, it's a tough market to go into.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a little unfair, honestly. Like they have to go and put their game up against like a billion other people making the same, not the same, but similar products in very similar ways, and then have to go and like fight for their little piece of market share that they want to go get out of it for a game that is marketed with, to be brutally honest,
compared to indie development.
The second worst type of dialogue, I think, in trailer, where the first one is like the Ubisoft style of like, oh, hey guys, you log in and get your like update and whatever for today. Like the fake like in-game dialogue that they do. This was the quirky, fun, our characters are so fun, and you're gonna have to care about them before you even get a look at the gameplay of this. And it's like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason why Fortnite does so well is like, I don't ever remember any trailers of any characters talking in Fortnite.
Maybe John Wick.
Does that happen?
Maybe John Wick. Like, I feel like if they do like a tie-in or something and they have a trailer for that, but they just let like artists and things do advertisements for them. They don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
They just say, oh, hey, look, Lil Uzi Vert's going to be doing performance, or they're going to do a Star Wars reveal, right? They don't have to worry about the marketing. It's already covered for them.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to hear Jonesy's quipping. Like,
what were you going to say, Rods?
And the game design, I think, really helps with that too, just because there are no classes. It's just like, there's no need to have like these different quirky characters. So it's much more accessible too, because like with any game like this, it does get very overwhelming with the more classes you have for you to be able to say like, oh, now you have to learn this. Anyone new coming into this, it's more difficult to get people into it for sure.
Siege has 50 characters at this point, and to tell people how to play the game needs a flowchart now.
Oh God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I think you nailed it right on the head, though. Sandwichard is like, there's so many of these games that they just keep fragmenting off the number of people that are willing to play these games. Like Chrissy said it in the chat. I'm tired of shooters. I want plot. I want generation defining characters. That's me as well. Like, I'll dive into these for like a week or two and play them and have some fun. But I want like the story driven stuff and all that. And like the more that you segment off the player base that like only plays these kinds of games, it becomes a problem, right? Like it's just too much fragmentation.
Absolutely.
And once again, this is
if they have to share the same market share as Fortnite. And let's say a million, I know it's not a million, but let's say a million people play Fortnite. If they want 10% of those numbers to get 100,000 people in there, that's still nothing in terms of a player base. Like, it's a lot. Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's 100,000 people playing live, but how many of those people aren't going to go, I bought this and I played it for 2 weeks, like you said, and then I'm going back to Fortnite.
Yep, absolutely.
Or
and you guys were saying that
even.
You guys were saying that this looked very much like Destiny, and to me, honestly, I know I was joking at the beginning, but this kind of really reminds me of Lawbreakers in many ways.
I understand what you mean.
And again, I think it's the same issue. It's the same of all these things that we've been talking about. So I'm just worried that this might just fall by the wayside, just like Lawbreakers did.
There are so many games that want to inject character into these trailers to give you the sense of, oh, it's this big blue guy. It's a Star Child, I think his name is. It's his. I'm gonna forget this name in 5 minutes. But they have this guy who's like, oh, I got the thing. Well, then you got One-Off, who's the big robot who's gonna take everything like seriously or whatever. You got your goofy gunslinger. Like, you have all this character in there. But I've seen these in all of the other games. I've seen these exact archetypes in all of the other games. It's not even original.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. It's not narrative first. All right. Well, anything else about Concord before we go to the next thing?
God, I hope it does well.
Yeah, I hope so.
This is a huge undertaking. Like, you can tell there's a lot of love and work.
Like, much love to the devs. I hope their jobs are safe, but a part of me hopes that this doesn't do well, just to tell Sony, hey, back off on this. Because they have like literally 5 or 6 games as a service games like in development right now that are all going to come out of like, within the next few years.
We saw it here. All this stuff is coming out before the end of the year, except for like 1 or 2 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw quite a few of them, I think.
The next thing that we got, God of War Ragnarok PC release trailer. Oh my god.
What do we need to cover on that? That's gonna sell
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching the trailer going, damn, now I can play this game.
Do we know who's porting it? Is it Nixies?
Oh, that is a
I don't
very
know.
good point,
That
Rods.
does
'Cause
matter.
They have two different studios that do the PC ports. One
Good
of them is
point.
very good, and one of them is questionable.
Jetpack Interactive.
Jetpack Interactive?
I'm gonna look up
Interactive. I
real
haven't
quick.
heard
That
of
is
that
not
one.
Nixies, which
Yeah.
is problematic.
Yeah, that's scary.
Because Nixies does a fantastic job. They just released the Ghost of Tsushima and all the things that they have in there for PC. It always just works. They knock it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who did the Last of Us, which was
okay.
the one that.
Jetpack Interactive is a Canadian game development studio based in Vancouver. They used to be Black Box Games and a couple others. They did port God of War to PC.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
They
go.
did
So
the
it
work
makes
on the
sense then.
last one. So I think we're
That's
fine.
good.
Yeah.
That one was good, yeah.
Chrissy has another good point. Here's the problem, though. A PC port is the highlight of a console showcase.
There's the issue. A piece
Yeah.
that's because we had to cover games as a service, we had to cover VR, and we had to cover PC ports. Again, I think the thing Demo said earlier, where there's something else coming, is like more true than ever. Like if they're really gonna do Bloodborne, they're not gonna do it here.
Right.
Yeah, this
You'd
very
hope
much
so,
didn't
but-
feel.
Yeah. And Sony very much
It's
is
real.
like you said earlier in the pre-show, Sandwichard, like their strategy is very much changing. They are not going to be just a console developer anymore. Like they're developing for PC and for PlayStation now.
State of play might
they're-
not be big enough to announce those big things yet then.
True.
Or
Yeah,
contracts
I
also
think-
probably need to get worked out too, because that's a decision they thought of like 2 weeks ago.
Right. Yeah. I think if anything, I forgot to loop this. Sorry. If anything, this presentation has told me in a few months, we're going to get a PlayStation like showcase.
Yeah.
Right. Where they
I think
say
so.
over the next 3 years, here's the big first party. Here's the Naughty Dog game. Here's the Ghost of Tsushima 2. Here's Blue Point's game, like all that kind of stuff.
They didn't even have an old man playing guitar for 5 minutes in it. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was just about to say, I think that solidifies in my brain. Like, if we don't see that, if we don't see a PlayStation showcase later this year, we're gonna be like starving for that content over the next 3 years.
Good point. That's a good point.
It's gonna be forever until we see those games if we don't see anything for the rest of the year.
Yeah. No, it's
100%.
And but yeah, what I was gonna say too is that if they are going to be having another presentation this year, like it's kind of not concerning, but it may be I just forgot what I was gonna say.
I want to say as a counterpoint to what the point might have been, this is probably about $1 million of promo, if that.
Yeah.
So if anything, if you're worried about what could come later, or because they're only showing this stuff off, this is stuff they desperately want people to see. Because honestly, you're looking at Dynasty Warriors. You're looking at Marvel Rivals. You're looking at the PSVR games. Those are things that people want to go, hey, look, people don't know about PSVR. Before we make a big PC push, maybe we should tell people about these games that are coming out.
Yeah.
And this just feels like big promo.
A lot of this also is, we have to keep in mind, is like contractual agreements with third-party partners. Like,
no reveal
to
before
put
this
this
date and
game
other
on
stuff.
PlayStation, they have to have like a marketing push for it in a Sony official thing, right? Like this Dynasty Warriors Origins, like this very much screams to me, they signed a contract. They are contractually obligated to show this trailer at this event, right?
You reminded me of something. Remember a couple of years ago, there was that really shitty asset flip game that was put on a State of Play or whatever that was called like Legend of Black Tiger.
Yeah.
I guess they have to go and put out these official Sony published or whatever games on a State of Play so people can see them, right? Which makes sense, but like that's insane that things like Legend of Black Tiger can get that same treatment as Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any any comment or any commentary on Dynasty Warriors? I've never played Dynasty Warriors, so I am very much not the person to like commentate on
It's one of my
game.
least favorite genres.
Yeah, this looks like more Dynasty Warriors to me.
It's people who like Dynasty Warriors will like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody in the, I know, I think it was Butt Lasers that was in the chat saying like that this was looking good, and it was a Dynasty Warriors game before we realized what it was. I don't know if they're still around, but if you have any comments on it, I'd love to see it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
DJCS said, I mean, Wolverine is sitting there in their back pocket. The last I heard, that game is slated for 2026.
And that's
fair. That's a while off.
Wow.
Yeah, like the end of 2026.
Because if they've been working on, because that's not Sucker Punch. No, it is Sucker Punch.
Insomniac is working.
Yeah,
on
Insomniac is doing
yeah.
that one. Yeah.
And
they're taking a break from Spider-Man.
Dynasty Warriors
Spider-Man
is fun.
2,
it gives them 2 years to work on Wolverine.
Yeah,
they could probably use a lot of the same enemy types,
like to
maybe,
blast
if
dozens
to
of
go and
dudes
cut
all
down
at
things,
once.
environments, not actions and motions and animations, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because they had to fire a lot of people because of Sony, right?
They had to fire a lot of people.
That's always concerning as well. But yeah, I did remember what I was going to say, and it was with what Chrissy mentioned, that the fact that if we're the most excited for a port to PC, and that's what I thought was interesting. Is I very much depends on the optics of if you're thinking about it as a state of play, like Demo has been saying, it's usually the smaller thing, or a showcase. So I think it was very smart of them to name it a state of play. But the thing is, I think most people don't discern that. So to most people, it is going to be a kind of just very meh presentation from Sony. Again, if this is it for them.
If you look at the population of the world, gamers are like the smallest tiny itty bitty slice. And then if you look at us, we are the tiniest itty bitty slice within that gaming slice, right? Like we are such a niche audience that are like very ingrained to like everything that these companies are announcing and what they're doing and all that stuff. Like the general gaming audience, like you said, does not pick up on these differences between what a state of play and what a showcase is. Right?
Absolutely.
So very good call.
The general audience will look at Concord and say, this is gameplay and footage in Real Engine, and go, wow, this looks really good.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
This cutscene is incredible.
This cutscene looks so good. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the three of us are like, this isn't fucking gameplay. This isn't an engine. What are you talking about? Like immediately we said that.
Waiting for it.
And they did not put anywhere, this is not gameplay. This is during that gameplay portion.
Right. Yeah.
Also, Black Myth Wukong is fucking sick, by the way.
I'm
Shout
very
outs to
excited
Black
for it.
Myth
That's
Wukong.
August, right? August that comes out, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Next up was
Bullshot. Ooh.
Ballad.
Bullshot. That they did used to call them that. That's right.
What was that?
Bullshots. It was in chat by Artyom Havoc. The term bullshot would be one of those trailers that would be a lie to get you to believe it was a real gameplay, like you know, any of them.
Right. Next up was Ballad of Antara, I believe. Or is this Infinity Nikki?
This is Infinity Nikki. Best game. This is the game of the year right here.
Yep. Look at that.
Sandwichard, does this speak to you? Are you going to play this?
Now, I will say two things about this. One, the fact that they don't show anything darker until right at the end goes to tell me that there is combat in this game that is more than just avoiding these obstacles and throwing this ball that you saw on there.
Okay.
This is also going to be your waifu take a picture game, but I feel like there is going to be something here for not a hardcore audience, not like somebody who's gonna go and play like Stellar Blade or something. Although I guess if you're trying to get pictures of your waifu, that'll be it. But there's something here because these models are too nice. This engine looks too nice. The lighting's too good. I know it's supposed to be photography, but there's got to be something more than it just being, here's this game for girls to take pictures of girls, because that's what this looks like.
Yeah, I don't know if this is trying to capture like the Genshin Impact audience, or
but that's the thought,
anything
right?
like that. Like,
if you have your own little cat thing, maybe there's more there.
Yeah. Could be.
No, I very much think it's not going to be just like because they show multiple little platformy areas and stuff. I think it's going to be kind of one of those games that you can do a little bit of everything. You can fight, you can platform, you can take pictures, you can maybe farm. It's kind of an open world, but it's more chill, probably, maybe.
Stardew Valley. What did I say? What did I say before? It was Disney Dreamlight.
Yeah.
I think.
So, because I've never played Disney Dreamlight, but I think it has some of those other things as well, right?
Square Enix gave it the smallest poop on the head.
Plus combat, plus waifu. Yeah.
Could
that
be.
seems about right.
Maybe.
Yeah,
And
also,
then
it's
from
crazy that they did nothing but show the camera off in that trailer.
True, yeah. I believe this starts with the same logo. Yeah, this Infold or Intold or whatever. Like,
is that the same studio?
Those were back-to-back games.
So then, like Stellar Blade with Nikkei, I pointed that out during this. I think if those are the same models and the same engine, maybe they use some combat stuff from this in that.
Maybe
tied in the same universe. Maybe
this game spoke to me way more than Nikkei. For sure. Like, this looks very much more combat oriented, story oriented, like more, I don't know. The Infinity Nikki just doesn't speak to me on the level that this game does. I'm much more interested in this.
This is combat. It says flare.
Yeah.
Is this game also Infold?
Yeah.
Yeah. This and Nikkei, which were the back-to-back games, are both.
Are you
from
sure it wasn't the end of the last
Nikkei.
trailer? Because I'm looking it up. I'm
really?
looking Infold up, and it's only showing.
Okay. Then we might have seen it wrong.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was going to be like a
when I was transitioning between them.
Like, what was it? I believe like Mabinogi.
If it is, then sure.
No, yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both of them are Infold.
So then they have their models, their lighting, and whatever they're doing, and they're making two games in order to capitalize on two different SKUs, and
two different, completely different player bases, in my opinion. I think the people that are going to play game A are never going to touch game B, and the people that are going to play game B are never going to touch game A.
You don't know, I guess. If there's interconnecting stories or like whatever they have there, that could be something.
Yeah, could be.
Gameplay looks good.
The next couple of games that we got were VR games. I think I'm going to spend a little less time on that because I do have to go here soon. But we had Behemoth and we had the Alien VR games. No to both of them for me because that is terrifying. And I don't have VR, and I just don't see the appeal of VR personally. I don't have a headset. I've never thought that. I'm just never into it, I guess. What about you guys?
I really like VR, but I don't have the time to do it. When I do sit down to do it, I want to do something that's not going to make me shit myself. Behemoth is one of those games, like I said, like in VR, scale is incredible. Like I have done stuff where it's made me feel absolutely tiny. I've stood on like the lip of the Hoover Dam and looked down to see like the lake below. I have been squashed by giant monster. I have done Alien. I have done roller coasters and things. I've done like swimming with sharks. Like the scale is really the thing that gets you. And these things being so fucking big is terrifying.
Definitely. 100%. Both situations are just very stress inducing for me, and I'd rather not.
Alien could be really cool.
The Alien game is, if they do it right, it could be the best horror VR experience.
If they're tailoring it specifically for VR, 100%.
Yeah.
It really could be.
Next up was Marvel Rivals. I very much anticipate that we are going to see more of Marvel Rivals throughout SGF. We're probably going to get multiple trailers of it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and skip it for today because I almost am guaranteed that we're going to see it again at like SGF or like one of the other showcases.
Probably going to have another character reveal or something in at least every one of these.
Yep. Next up was Where Winds Meet.
Such a good
which
name.
I could have swore that I've seen this before. I don't think, did we get any gameplay in this? I don't think we got any gameplay.
No.
This is just like a cinematic trailer.
It gave tone.
I did look the studio for this one up, and
Hearthstone.
they are owned by NetEase as well.
Okay.
Oh, so we had a kind of a NetEase block with Marvel Rivals and with this game then. So do you think that this is going to be like an online multiplayer game?
It could be. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot of different like factions. There's a lot of, but not sure.
Oh, we did get
This is a
gameplay.
Souls-like.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's right. We did get a little bit. This was the other Souls-like. I said, oh, you're going to have to play this after everything else.
Yeah. I'll give it a try. I mean, you know,
that does look pretty cool.
I can tell that it doesn't have as high of a quality bar compared to like something like you mentioned, like Black Myth Wukong or something like that. Like this feels a little bit lower grade, but I'd be willing to give it a shot and see how it feels.
Yeah, this is very Sekiro fights.
As long as the systems work together, it should be fine.
Yeah. Anything else on this one for you guys?
It's got a lot of character, and the visuals look like fighting in an ice environment where you can get the particles and the whatever to go like that is always a really good treat. I'm gonna have to look that up in like 4K without any fucking compression so that I could actually see it.
Right.
But like this, if this is what the game looks like now, that's hype. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Next up was the Until Dawn remaster / remake that we weren't sure which one it was.
It's a port up, I think. It's
Yeah,
on the PC
it just
too.
looks like a re-release.
Yeah. I know Chrissy was really excited about it. She really likes Until Dawn.
Oh, wait, hold on. Thinking about that, what games were announced to come out for PC? Until Dawn and God of War, right?
Yes.
Is that it?
I believe so. I think that was it. We didn't get that for Astrobot. I think that's going to be console exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah,
So.
at least for a while.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Next up was Path of Exile 2. So that is getting a... Hello? Oh. Hi, bud. I'll be up in a second, okay?
And yeah, that's looking good. Path of Exile 2 is looking good. It's they didn't show too much in detail, but there was definitely a lot of. They showed that there was couch co-op, I believe, and that I think if you're going to bring those types of games to the console, I think is always a big
Not
plus.
just couch co-op, it had crossplay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which matters. Like a big,
Absolutely.
like a lot.
No, it absolutely does.
Sony being one of the proponents of, no, we don't want to do crossplay. No, we want to keep everything like in our own. No, like that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are they
100%.
doing that this generation for like third-party games?
I really think they're going to have to start doing it, or else they're going to have a dearth of content and money.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember that being a big thing on the tail end of the PS4 and PS4 Pro, especially, what was it? What were the games? I think it was Rocket League and some other ones that weren't. But then this generation, I feel like they're kind of forced to go with it because otherwise
of Fortnite. It's actually because of Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were like, please. And they went, no, because you point out Rocket League. Rocket League, if I remember correctly, they had the Switch to be able to turn on crossplay for everybody and did it one time. And then they had to turn it off because Sony was like, we didn't give you permission to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next up was Silent Hill 2 after Path of Exile. Kind of disappointing, right?
This video may be
it did not
inappropriate to
look
some
good.
viewers. It's inappropriate to me in my heart.
Yeah, it did not look good.
For big fans of the game, and I think for people like I've never played Silent Hill 2, and this did not really do anything for me. You know, I don't know. Konami is just not up to snuff with the rest of the video game world. I feel like at this point,
They're not doing it.
Yeah, it makes me very concerned for Delta, right?
Exactly. Like them showing off
right?
the quality of this is indicative of how they're going. Now, it's not the same team. Now, they're going to be doing that internally for Metal Gear Delta, I believe. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But this is, again, outsourced to Bloober Team. They don't have enough faith in their own product to go and make it a first-party studio that they handpick the people to do.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. The thing is, I'm completely okay with a studio or a publisher outsourcing it, as long as it's someone that has proven that they can do it really well, especially for something that is so beloved like Silent Hill 2. This is
first foray.
I would imagine should have been the best team, best of AAA studios should have been put into doing something like this, because this is a landmark game.
Absolutely.
And getting the treatment that we're seeing here it's sad. And like you said, Sandwichard, it's worrying about what they're going to be doing with all of their other projects. And I
just realized they had a release date for that. I didn't catch that in the actual show. So
October 8th, was it?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Cool.
It reminds this situation kind of reminds me of the scuttlebutt that happened around when they announced Metal Gear Solid Delta, where they were like, "We're making this thing," and it was like, "Okay, who's making it? Studios developing it?" And like they never said for a long time who wasn't who was developing it, right? Like
I don't think they have still, right?
They
haven't
Delta, I don't think so.
In-house.
I think it's in-house.
Okay.
Yeah, we think it's in-house, but they never confirmed anything.
I don't think they put out any official information about it.
What if it's also Bloober Team?
Imagine Bloober Team does Metal Gear.
Maybe they'll be better at Silent Hill.
There's a feature where you can flip-flop between the two of them. Like you press a button and switch between them, like that other game that they made. What was that called?
So it's like it is like Silent Hill, where you flip back from normal world to to real.
Which one?
Silent Hill.
You get to decide which one is hell then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or it flips back to the remaster that was broken.
Right. Next up, Monster Hunter Wilds. I know there was a lot of people that are excited for Monster Hunter. I have never played it, so I'm not too much of an authority on this. I think it looks intriguing enough for me to try it, though. Like, enough people like Monster Hunter to the point where like, okay, I'm willing to like give it a shot and see if I like it.
That's how I feel about every Monster Hunter game. And I've played, I think 5 of them for 30 hours at least. Again, each. I've put like 100 hours into this series at least, and I don't know if I like it.
Oh man.
It's just it's one of those things. If you have people to play with, it's going to be awesome. But if you're playing it all alone, oh man.
Oh yeah. I think this is definitely a game that you want to party up with friends with and play. Yeah.
Which is great for the last couple, because they didn't have that until recent. Well, they did it for every other game, but they didn't make it so easy until now.
Right. Yeah. I think, Rods, you mentioned that there was some weird, like, you noticed some weird kind of issues and stuff like that. Like, do you think that that's going to be a concern with us being in, like, the newer generation? Like, the last one that came out was for Switch, right? Switch and PC?
Yeah. And that the trailers did reflect the performance on the Switch. I only think that there would be an issue if it's on console. But again, it is a very powerful generation. There could be pretty much every single Capcom game has had PC performance issues because of the stupid stuff they do with
a de
novo. But like, I don't think that would be a reason for it to be showing up, because given the motion of things here, it looks 30 frames per second, while some other games looked maybe that they were running at 60. So, but that's pretty usual for quality mode in most games. So like it could be fine.
We got to remember this is probably being captured natively on a PS5 for this. So if they're doing performance mode, it'll be locked as 30 frames.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point. Good stuff. Go ahead.
Yep. No, I was just going to say, it could be an issue, but I don't think it will be for the most part.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to try it. It comes out in 2025, so we don't have a release date or anything. So they definitely got time to cook and keep going with this. Maybe performance gets better.
Maybe what you should do in the meantime, since you have like a year, is pick up one of the cheaper ones, see if you can get it off of like CD keys or something, and just try it for a couple hours and see if it's even your beat.
I might get the Switch one and just like play it in bed before I go to bed.
I've heard those Rise games are really good.
Oh yeah.
I will say though, like Sandwichard was saying, it's way better with friends. So maybe that will not be the way you should go. Maybe you should go with World and play with people.
Yeah.
Because World is constantly on sale.
It's also really good.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I did play World.
Maybe I'll have to give it a try. Yeah.
Wait. Did they right at the end there? Did they say that they're giving?
If you have save data from Worlds and Iceborne,
the other games,
you get items in this.
Oh,
interesting.
There's my entry point. I gotta get the bonus item when the new game comes
the
out.
cat outfits, the palicos.
Yeah, for World and Ice. Oh, so it's just
data.
for World, and Iceborne is just a DLC for it.
Yeah.
So not for Rise at all.
And not the Sunbreak or whatever the third DLC was for World, or second DLC rather.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. And then the last thing that we got after Wild was Astrobot, which I think I made myself very clear on my position.
What an emphatic, like, wow, great way to end this program with something that looked good. Oh, that was Spike from Ape Escape. Did you see that?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're getting me, the cynic. This was a really nice trailer.
It was.
Yeah. I'm super hyped for it.
It really shows that they're just doing more and expanding on the things that they know how to do best. Because the charm, just the character. We're talking about all these other games trying to inject character in a very artificial and forced way. These guys do it so naturally. They just put any character in there, and you're like, oh, I love how that looks. I love them
with zero dialogue.
I was just about to say that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep. You don't need dialogue to have character.
No, these are chibified and like they have like whatever gross proportions or whatever. But like you've got like eyes that are really, really expressive. And you've got like the limbs, are they like Rayman where they're kind of like floating off of the body? Because
they are.
You can do a lot there too.
They're not.
But like even the dog, for example, like looks, you look at it, adorable. These gloves, adorable. It's just like, it's perfect.
Yeah. The music goes a long way for this too, because in the tech demo one that they released with the PS5, like the music was really good. Really good. I was surprised at how good it was. So yeah, good stuff all around. I can't wait to play this. I'm so glad that it's this year. Like perfect.
Wait,
perfect
was that
way to end this show?
Oh, hold on. Was that supposed to be a shooting gallery section, a la like the parts for Uncharted where you like kill hundreds of like natives? Like
that was Nathan
there you
Drake,
go, right there. And it was like
Nathan
the
Drake,
cover shooter. Like I wonder. And there's Eco. Man,
wait,
Eco.
isn't that guy from the one with the horns from? It's by the makers of Shadow of the Colossus.
Eco,
yeah. That was.
We got to get Princess Yona or whatever to safe. Yeah, there you go.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the kid or whatever.
I love that they're
Eco.
not just going for the super popular, famous ones. Yeah, Parappa the Rapper. They're going for all of the even ones that nowadays for most people are kind of unknown.
People
which I like.
Don't know Journey, I guess, anymore, and that is really sad. Hopefully, this game can get people to understand what Journey is, because that game is so.
The final boss of the other game that came with PS5 was a callback to the original tech demo on the PS1 that they did.
Oh yeah, that's
so, like,
right. It was a T-Rex, right?
Yeah, it was all like a love letter to like all of the classic PlayStation, like going back all the way to the beginning of PlayStation. So if they keep doing it here, like perfect, like pitch perfect. I love that. Call back to all that stuff. They had like all the hardware at the end of this trailer that were all like spaceships, like flying off into the distance. Like perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
This is like nostalgia baiting done in the right way. Even though I know it's nostalgia baiting, I go, yeah, this actually looks like a fun thing. And it's like Sackboy, like in Little Big Planet. It's basically just that. You put a skin on your dude and then you just play the game.
Right.
Yeah, this very much feels like the new Little Big Planet in terms of that side of it.
And I guess next to see if there's co-op.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. They had some like competitive portions in the first game, so
maybe then
we'll see. Awesome. Good. Well, that wraps up everything that I've got for the PlayStation State of Play Summer Game Fest Edition 2024. Sandwichard, Rods, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Sorry, my son came down here at the end and I was trying to like keep him off camera and stuff. So apologies for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Apologies for the little bit of the tech stuff that was happening. It will only get better as the week and a half or so of this continues on. Oh, so much stress, so much work, but it is worth it. I'm so glad that we could do this. It was a lot of fun.
I might have to see what other ones I can jump on.
Yeah, definitely. We are going to be closing out submissions for that today. So definitely jump in there. If any of you that are watching this that are in the CKT community are thinking, hey, this was pretty cool, maybe I could do that for another event, jump in there and do that before we close it out today. Go sign up. They close today. So awesome. Sandwichard, Rods, once again, thank you. I really appreciate you guys and all the commentary that you brought along with it. It would have been very hard to do this by myself. And this is the reason why I do it, is to talk with other people that are probably a lot smarter than me on video games. So I really appreciate it.
Smarter than me? No, you've made a number of salient points today also, Daniel.
Yeah,
don't sell yourself short.
Awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll find somebody to raid while we're closing out and everything. And we'll see you for the next one. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
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 All right, mics are muted. Well. Thank you, guys.
No, thank you. Thank you.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Are you going to keep streaming?
All right. Who's
April
live?
Gave,
am I going to keep streaming? No, I'm going to get out of here soon too, dear. Here, you know what? I'm going to go.
April suggested Liz, Richard, or Salsa. They're all live.
Oh, okay.
Did Jode and HP come in Loke?
I think they may be playing. Oh, yeah, it's Thursday.
I believe
They're
Jode and
HP.
Their stream streaks.
Yeah.
I'll raid Liz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Well.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a pleasure. It was really fun.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, and nice meeting you, Rods.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet you. I feel like I've seen you multiple times, but never really gotten a chance to sit down and talk.
No, so. I typically don't join in voice calls and things because I go, man, people might think I'm annoying.
You weren't at all. If you're ever concerned,
hold on.
It was really fun to get to chat, and
it's actually really validating. Thank you.
Yeah, it was great. Very natural. I think we had a couple of slip ups here and there, but it was overall really, really good.
No,
it was fun.
Three of us needing to figure out chemistry on the go. I think that worked out really well.
Yeah.
All right, friends. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got family stuff I got to do. We got dinner and stuff to make. So thank you. Right. And hopefully see you again in the next one soon.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, now we can get out of here too. We're going to go and right into Cool Kids Disabled in order to give them a couple more people. Thank you for being here today on this shortened version of the Sandwich Experience.
Sandwich delivery.
So we're going to get out of here. We're going to go and join them to go and get in raids and have fun with whatever they're doing. Thank you for joining us for this short broadcast. I wanted to do a little coverage on this year, and it was an opportunity for me to do that, and that was really, really cool. Oh. Wait, who's that guy? Oh, hang on. Who's that guy? That's Wirt. Oh, and Scarab. Oh man. Oh, Wirt. You're gonna hang out with Wirt. Oh, I'd appreciate it. I would love that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in today. I've got to pee real bad. I'm gonna be back tomorrow for Yakuza 0, and bye. I gotta pee. Oh my god, I gotta pee.
certainly could be getting credits for a film.
Right, you can see them scrolling up there from the bottom of the screen.
Thank you guys. It's been great hanging out.
The effects of my work will last for centuries.
As the flowers weep and fade, so much beauty, so much style. Flowers live, flowers die. So much beauty, so much style. Flowers live, flowers die. So much beauty, so much style. As the flowers weep and fade.
I want you all to think about these and write in funny riddles. What smells